Good evening, friends. Having a cheeky chocolate before we get started on the stream. Well, it was a crazy weekend of Kingdom Death. Absolutely crazy. I started this campaign on Thursday. We're up to Lantern Year 9. On Sunday, I did 5 Lantern Years, or 4. It's crazy times. G'day, Kyle. G'day, Dead Jim. Militides, your legend. Hello. Dan, your superstar. Dan played 11 hours of Kingdom Death on the weekend as well. Living the dream, as I like to call it. All right, good morning to you all. If you didn't see, I just posted a picture of all my painted toys on all my socials. But I'm going to share the link here. And I also did a painting stream on the weekend. What did I paint? Oh yeah, Snow. She looks good. I finished her off today. That's my painting collection. I've been chipping away on it for 5 years, maybe. Not really. It hasn't taken me 5 years to paint that. Oh shit, I did too. Good talk, Militides. Yeah, it hasn't taken me 5 years to do all that. They should do a different scout discovery for Nucleopes. That would be sick. That would be so cool. That would be awesome. Don't you reckon? A screaming Nucleope tablet. All right, let me get my glasses on. So yeah, let me give you a quick rundown for those that have just missed the weekend. I know most that are watching are probably caught up, but anyway. So we fought Manhunter Lantern Year 5. And then we dove into a Lantern Year 6 level 2 Nucleope. And that was successful, and what it got us was the Nuclear Knuckle, which was a really good weapon that paired unbelievably well with one of our specific survivors, Ursmoth, who has Fist and Tooth proficiency, Armored Fist, and the Bone Earrings, which gave her Sharp if she had only bone weapons in her gear grid. So I pushed, swung for the fences, went for a level 3 Gorm in Lantern Year 7. It was a risk, but the risk paid off at the loss of one of our great survivors, Weta. Weta passed. I did actually do something slightly cheating in that, but I corrected it in my own head. So I actually got hamstrung, which meant that I wouldn't be able to use fighting arts and ergo knowledges. So I then wouldn't have had access to Undeathable. But I did say in the thing that I would have to lifetime reroll that. And so if I'd lifetime rerolled that into a not hamstrung, I would have then had access to Undeathable, and she then got murdered the next Lantern Year anyway. So it didn't matter in the wash-up, really. I just needed to reroll and not get a 1 or a 2 on that particular roll. So anyway, but it happened. We make mistakes. I do what I can to correct them. That one was pretty small in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, and then because I'd pumped a level 3 Gorm, I then went and pumped a level 3 Screaming Antelope and Nucleope, and have got myself all of the things I need to make an Atomic Lance if I want, which actually looks pretty interesting for people that are irradiated. Now, there's only one way to get irradiated, which is to pick up the Fissile Pancreas at the moment. Shit, I haven't added taxidermy either. Hey, hang on a second. Did Scribe... Actually, let's move over to this screen. Did Scribe add taxidermy? Scribe guy said he'd fix that, but I might not have updated my app. I didn't add it, but Scribe guy did. Well done, Scribe guy. You are my man. Yeah, craft with the pancreas. So, yeah, the irradiated impairment. Off the top of my head, I think you can actually get it from Goth as well. I don't know why I think that. Someone told me you could get that maybe, because I haven't read past the book at the moment. But, or maybe I saw it on one of her innovation cards. Anyway, yeah, right, there we go, cool. So let's do this. The scout in that lantern year was none of these people, because all of our returning survivors had to not go out on a hunt. So it was Danuria. So Danuria is rolling on this Rock Eater, and she rolls a Lantern 10. Danuria gains, whoa, Stone Crusher. Before making a wound attempt with Fist and Tooth, you may discard another drawn hit location to double the wound result. Cool. That seems fun. Probably won't use it, but yeah. What are some of the other ones? Second Heart would be nice. I think the Second Heart's pretty cool. Stone Crusher. Another thing that in this entire game I have never once seen, which is fantastic. Thank you, Kyle. Your presence is appreciated. Oh, it is good with the nuclear knuckle, actually. Yeah. That's fine. We could possibly use that on the scout. Yeah. So we are facing off against Brawl this year. The Boiling Blood timer. I have got my phone with me tonight, which I remembered. And that's great. So let me get me timer ready, because we do need that for this showdown. However, let me say this. This Brawl is going to get the absolute ever-living shit kicked out of her, because my weapons at Lantern Year 9 are a Black Sword, a Lance of Longinus, a Greatest Gax, and a Stampede Glaive. And I've got Grimjaw. And I'm not even using my Nuclear Knuckle or my potential Atomic Lance, which I haven't crafted yet, but I'm wondering if I should. The Atomic Lance, here it is. This is exciting. So this is has to go in the center of your grid. It's basically a better version of the Lance of Longinus, because if you pair everything up, then it's 2 speed 5 plus strength 8, slightly less, but it gives you 3 toughness, which is fantastic. You mean for the witches? Yeah, I think we will. It makes the showdown exciting. That's for sure. Anyway, so I think we may craft that. That's pretty fun. But the best attribute of that weapon is Devastating 1 when you are irradiated. Without a guaranteed way to become irradiated, it's less exciting. I also have to do something, because I haven't crafted that yet, have I? Now, didn't someone, when I kill the Nucleope, had to get irradiated as well? Let me check while I'm here. Oh, Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. No, yeah, craft with the pancreas. Okay, so no one's got irradiated yet, so I don't have to do that roll. Irradiated is awful unless you've got that nullifying antibody. It's like 50-50 to die. That's terrible. So, but yeah, that turns it into a 20%, 1 in 5. Okay, so we will depart for the showdown against Brawl, and we will then apply our arrival bonuses. So let's shuffle Brawl's decks. Goth is rough. So yeah, the fact that Goth can give that out seems really bad. Just kill everyone. All right, so that's Brawl's deck. She has 10 life, which is marked here. Here is a hit location deck. It is quite small. Can't do much about that. Let's rip over here and check out her thing. The man with the gold. Look at Zoomy. Zoomy's a legend. What a cool paint job. All right, Brawl. Stone columns I don't care about. Survives anywhere in the blue spaces. We are defending our home and we go first. Look, mates, at this stage, Goth is not doing a lot. I've kept her on the bench. She does have one thing that I quite like, which is the ability to remove an injury. So, what does nightmare training help for me? How does that help? Oh, we do have nightmare training. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. I've never had nightmare training against Brawl before. Yeah, that's great. Fantastic. Okay. So we're going first. So we are going to start the clock. Before I do that, so we've applied our arrival bonuses, and I'm going to give on arrival 1, 2, 3 survival to everyone because I crafted a first aid kit, which you can see here. It's all happening. No, I definitely didn't last time. So we'll start the clock and then we will start our turn. So everyone's got some good survival. I've got joint array on 4 people because we managed to get joint array on the forum. So we're going to start with the Stampede Glaive chick, and she is going to use her Screaming Coat charge ability. So she's here. So if she goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, she falls short. So she'll dash 1 to there, 2, 3 to there, and then she'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She'll push Brawl that way, move to there, and swing with the Screaming Stampede Glaive. So because she's dashed, she's rolling 2 hits. Oh, I don't need to actually go adjacent. I might go there. Cool. So 7 and 8, that's 2 hits. Stampede Glaive on fire. Who's that? That is Locust. Locust has Dark Eye, so there's no perfect hits there. And her weapon is now Strength 10. Brawl's toughness is 11, so she's in some trouble. Yeah, we did get +1 speed from the single dash that we did. And she doesn't have any extra speed. No. Perfect. So 2 hits, we will reveal a reflex and a first strike. So let's do a first strike. Hey, it's a 9. That's a critical. So Brawl gains a -1 toughness token. She goes down to 9 wounds. So we don't do anything with that. Now, our strength of our weapon is 10. Brawl's down to toughness 9 because we smashed into her and because of that toughness token. And the Stampede Glaive is effectively +2 strength this attacks. That's 12. So we are still wounding on a 2+, even with the +4 strength. So that's another wound. So she goes down to 8. Thank you, Brawl. The reflex. Place her adjacent to the attacker and on top of many other survivors as possible. She brusquely hurls the attackers into the ground. The attacker suffers bash and 5 damage to a random hit location. Yeah, we still do the black, which is it's just +4 toughness until the end of the attack. Doesn't matter when we're still wounding on a 2+. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she'll be placed adjacent to the attacker, like so. So we will do the black sword guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not going to get into range there, so we won't do black sword guy. Let's actually check what's on top. Oh, trap's on top. Okay. Well, I don't think I've got anyone with spear proficiency, and that chick who just went is my blue charm chick. So we might just proc the trap and move on with our lives. So the trap is All adjacent survivors suffer knockback 5 and 3 brain damage. Place Brawl adjacent to the attacker. Yep, that's fine. So the person who has the most armor and can survive this is this chick, but she's also got the best weapon. Yeah, we've done a fair bit of top decking of the trap. So Nephilia, she's got +2 to severe injury rolls. The wisdom potion, yeah, that's the problem actually, you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll dash to there. And she'll swing with the greatest Gax. The greatest! She hits once. Once is enough. Actually, she hits twice because she's 2 accuracy, 3 times. We trap. All survivors are doomed. Adjacent hearing survivors suffer knockback 5 and 3 brain damage. So that is only Locust. 1, 2, 3. Knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place Brawl adjacent to the attacker facing them, which is here, and perform basic. No, that's it. Blood Fountain and Brawl heals 1. So Blood Fountain here. And she goes back up to 9. Got 24 seconds. I think we go in with our sword guy, Black Sword. He'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he'll swing with the sword. 3 speed, hitting on a 2+. 3 hits. So we get to finish the rest of this attack. Pause. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, Combo Crush, Blood Fountain. When Brawl would draw an AI, she drains your blood instead and you gain a bleeding token. When you are no longer adjacent to Brawl, flip this card and perform Combo Crush. So we finish this thing. At the next survival opportunity, perform Brawl's basic action. So this is a super dense wound. This is we cannot dodge for the rest of our showdown. This is a reflex and full move Brawl through the attacker. Yeah, we'll do that one. Ooh. There is a critical wound here that could be very promising for us. So let's roll a critical. No, it's a 5, but it is a wound. So she goes down, back down to 8. And then we don't knock her down. So yeah, so she's now going to rush. No, it's at the next survival opportunity. Yeah. Well, the next survival opportunity is after a card triggers. So I'm not 100% sure, but we'll just do it that way. So she runs over the top of him. He's going to reduce all survivors Brawl collides with roll hit location dice and reduce armor points at the head to 0. Can he pretend to be wearing vagabond armor now? And he is knocked down. And that is it. So all the rest of our attacks are gone. We have a first strike failure reaction. So we'll use our Lance of Longinus here. It is the worst place to lose our armor. So Lance of Longinus, we're actually just going to attack right where we are. So that's 2 speed, hitting on a 6. It's a 4 and a 9. That 6 is actually a 4 because of our accuracy buffs from Clan of Death. So, yeah, so Trigona's accuracy 2. Fantastic. Oh, we've done 3 wounds. So 1, 2, 3 with joint array. Can you imagine that? She's going to get 1, 2 with joint array. No, she was first, so she's going to get 1. Zakant doesn't have it. Oh, I need to restart the timer. Whoops. And she has done no wounds, but 3. Okay, perfect. So, yeah, 2 hits. So we have the first strike and we have a super dense. We have 2 failure reactions. We are still -2 toughness, so we're down to toughness 9. So that goes to 13. So this first attack is wounding on a 2+. So that's a 9, which is a critical. Brawl gains another -1 toughness token, so she's down to 7 wounds. And that is a, yeah, so 11, 10, 9, 8, plus 4 is 12, plus 4 is 16. So this attack now needs a 5 to wound, and there is no critical. She rolls a 9, so we do not fail. This dude is down to 6. This chick is down to 6. She'll then move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is all. Oh yeah, combo crush. Let's do that. Sorry, that's on the purple chick. Brawl, move for any other reason, suffer 3 damage to 1 hit location. 3 damage to the boots. Combo crush. Perfect. And the scout has a Grimjaw. So do we want to try and do some wounds? What's on top of the deck? It's a failure reaction, but the scout's pretty good. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, and then we'll dash once. The scout's an osteophage, so we'll do that. Yep. Dash. So yeah, 3 speed with Grimjaw. Hit, hit, hit. Oh, I don't like that when the scout hits 3 times. Grimjaw is such a fantastically designed weapon, actually. Okay, we've got a reflex, we've got a failure, and we've got a reflex. There's no first strikes. This is going to rush through us. This is going to full move the monster forward. And that's actually probably better for us. So we'll do those ones first, that order. So yeah, failure. The scout is strength 2. Grimjaw is strength 6, so she's actually 8, but that goes to 12. So we're looking for a... Is a scout only strength 1? No, Grimjaw, okay, strength 4. 6. Yeah, so we're up to 12 now. Jeepers. So this is wounding on a 6. Okay, we fail. Cool. So Blitz Zone, all survivors in the Blitz Zone suffer bash and 3 damage to 1 hit location. The scout suffers 3 damage to the hands. And Brawl goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is she 8 or 7? I think she's 7. Yep. Perfect. That's it. That's the end of our first turn. So has dashed here. Those 3 have dashed, these 2 haven't. So let's see what our first AI card is. It's a Meteoric Hook, the closest threat in range. It is her, so she will dash away. So she'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brawl will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come up short. And that's it. Meteoric Hook done. This guy stands up. The scout stands up. This chick will slam again. So she'll dash 1, 2, 3, 4. And then she'll slam to here. Boop, boop. Because she's dashed twice, she has an extra token on her Stampede Glaive, so it's now strength 7 or strength speed 3. Speed 3. There's a reflex. So 1 hit, which is this reflex. Cool, we're not going to get any penalties from that. Yep, so the Stampede Glaive is up to strength 3. It's nice. Yep, so this is a reflex, and we do a wound, so she's down to 5. Place the adjacent to the attack on top as many other survivors. The attacker suffers bash and 5 damage to the hands. And she will go here, as close to as many other survivors as possible. That chick is knocked down. I really shouldn't have the blue charm on her. Look at that, trap on the top. Oh, and she does her card. Restart, pause. So no one, we're all doomed, by the way, when this is, you can't do anything during this act. So this is nice. Living on a prayer. Closest threat in range. So we'll actually do this guy. He's in range. 4 speed. Hits on a 4+. He has 4 evasion. 3 evasion. So 3, 3, 2, and an 8. The 8 misses. We can't dodge because we're doomed. It's 2 damage to our body, but we are immune to bash because we are wearing leather armor. We are targeted by an AI card. We gain a progress. See you soon, Militides. And that's the end of her card, so we will restart the timer. We have a trap on the top of the deck, so I'm going to try and get everyone away, I think. So yeah, let's dash with Zach Ant. And he'll just go to here. And let's move with her to here. And swing with our Lance of Longinus. We hit. We do the trap. Once again, this chick's going to suffer knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 3 brain damage. So that's going to cause a brain trauma on her. She rolls a 9. Ooh, is that Frenzy? New perspective. She's knocked down and gains 1d10 insanity. She gains 10 insanity. Locust is proving to be a real pest. That's good. I like that. No perfect hits. Okay, I've done another, another survivor with Join Away has wounded the monster. Yes. That happened with her twice. And then Zach Ant. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to level up everyone because we've done 6 wounds. I've started the timer again. So that's definitely triggered Joint Array 2. When you attack, if another survivor within Joint Array has already inflicted a wound this round, yeah, okay, fantastic. So that's I'm just gonna level them all up. I'm sure we've done it. The scouts definitely got it. Okay. So we shuffle the trap. Oh yeah, and that person again gets here, here. 2 minutes 54. All right, so the greatest Gax is going to go. We're going to swing with the greatest Gax. 3 speed, hitting on a 6+, possibly goes to a thingy. We got a perfect hit, which means that the greatest Gax is winning on a 2+ forever and a day. And we got 3 hits in total, which is nice. 1, 2, 3. Another survivor with Combo Crush has already done a wound, so we can cancel a reaction. We're going to do this reaction like this. This is not critting on anything. Okay, so she's done. And if another survivor, when another survivor uses Joint Array to cancel a reaction, gain 1 progress. So the scout's going to gain 1 progress. Yeah, it definitely is. She's going to gain 1 progress. Locust is going to gain 1 progress. Done. And then we're going to try and wound this first one. The reaction's cancelled. We do a wound, so she's down to 4. This one is a failure reaction. We roll 7, we don't fail, so she's going down to 3. And this one has a reflex unless we can crit, which we don't, but it is still, it's not a wound because it's a parry location. Full move away from the attacker. So that's going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's going to knock her down. It's also going to trigger Combo Crush, which is 3 damage to her boots. Perfect. So that's the end of our turn. She's knocked down. She's knocked down. He has an act. He hasn't done anything. He'll just go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want him to be the target. And that's it. So we'll let her draw an AI card. She draws Meteoric Flash. Brawl has unlimited movement for this attack. The scout is getting targeted. Fair enough. The scout cops a hit. It's 2 speed. It's accuracy 2+, which goes to 4+. It's a 10 and a 5, so that's 2 hits. There's 6 damage a swing. It's the waist and the body. We'll just take them. Suffer bash and knock back 8. Whee! And then she'll do basic action. Everyone's doomed. Closest threat in range is this guy. He'll move to here. We will gain another level in unyielding. So we've only got 2 to go. We might be worth trying to let that happen a few times. We're doomed from this attack. It's a 4-speed attack hitting on a 6+, 5+, no, 3 hits, bro. It's only 2 damage and we are immune to bash. Body, hands, body. And remember, we cannot 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We cannot avoid that because we are doomed. I didn't pause that, so I'm going to pause that for a second. Yeah, so we are knocked down, even though we're immune to bash, because we suffered a severe injury. So it's our turn. We need to do 3 wounds to kill her. We'll resume the clock. That's a reflex. The attacker suffers bash and 5 damage to a random hit location. Let's stand him up using an encourage from her. We're going to cancel the first hit reaction. So he's standing up. Black sword, swings. 1, 2, 3. Hit, and the 4 is not a hit. It is a hit. The black sword is just fucking obscene. 1, 2, 3. That is a first strike. We have a failure reaction. That is impervious. So we're going to cancel the failure reaction on this card. So that's going to mean, oh no, no one else has it. Okay, we can't because we don't have a joint array. What an idiot. That's all right. We're at 2+ to wound. That's a wound. I don't do that. We go to 2. Oh. This is a reflex, and this is an impervious. Let's do the impervious and see if we can roll a 9. Nope, so that's fine. We remove 2 bleeding tokens that we can't dodge. This is a reflex. We roll a 5, so we do a wound. We go down to 1 wound left on Brawl, and he suffers bash and 5 damage to a random hit location. Let's hope it's not the body. Oh, it's the body. Zakant has to do a severe injury roll. Fortunately, he has +2 to severe injury rolls. What does he get? He gets a 10. He's knocked down. Fantastico. Okay, so she's got 1 wound left, and there is a reflex on top of the deck. So I could just cancel that reflex reaction using my joint array and get joint array leveled up to max next fight. That seems like the approach. Oh, hang on a second. Brawl did her trap again, so she healed 1. I don't think I did that. So she's got 2 wounds left. All right. Well, let's go here with the trap canceller, just in case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's got reach with the Stampede Glaive. No bash. 3 speed. Perfect hit, perfect hit. Oh, Parasite, yes! Roll a 9+, Deno. Come on! Oh, it's a 6. Fuck! Fuck! Give me a Parasite, you clown. All right, we got 2. So 1, 2. Super Dance and a reflex. This reflex we're going to cancel. So she doesn't get it, but she gets it. She gets it. And she gets it. So 2 wounds to go. These are his toughness 9, and the strength of this Stampede Glaive is just a lazy... Oh, we did roll 2 perfect hits. That's excellent. Yeah, just a lazy 10. So the first one we're wounding on a 2+, which is a critical anyway. Brawl is knocked down. Perfect. So we cancel the reactions on this one. We roll a 1. That's a failure. That's actually not too bad for us. What's on top of the deck? Trap! That was my trap canceller. Can you stop this bullshit, Deno? All right, I reckon I'm going to let the AI card proc, and I'm going to let her attack the guy. And then I'm going to let a whole round go through to let him attack the guy again, hopefully, and that will proc unyielding to level up, and it will also let me do my trap canceller and try and do that again. So I'll just let this run out, and I'll prepare to do a basic action. And the basic action is targeting Zakant. So Zakant's got 3 evasion, he's got +2 to severe injury rolls, he's targeted by a card. Restart, pause. So the AI card, 4 speed, hits on a 4+, that goes to a 7. So 1, 2 hits. We are doomed, so we can't do anything about these. Body and hands, and these are 2 damage a swing. 1, 2. So the body will be a +2 to this roll. So roll 4, that goes to a 6, which is disemboweled. I'm certain of it, because I just did it the other day. So we gain a bleeding token. Parasite roll. It's a 4, come on. And that's it. So we're now going to end our turn. Everyone's going to reset. And hopefully this says closest target. Hopefully this is not the legendary one that does like 15 attacks. Oh, it is. It is the legendary one that does 3 cards. All right, there is an adjacent survivor. So unfortunately, yeah, I'm just going to have to cop that. I'm just going to have to cop it. I knew that that could be a possibility, but I didn't think that that was going to be the card. So we'll just cop that on the chin. Move and attack target, 6 speed. So fine. The good news is we level up unyielding because we targeted. So that's actually a really good thing, even if we are going to lose this survivor. But I think leveling up that is actually worth losing this survivor. I'll tell myself that. 6 speed, hitting on 7s. So 1, 2 hits. Where do these 2 hits go? The body and the hands. These are 2 damage apiece. So we'll take the 2 on the hands and we will dodge the body. And that's it. Then we have to do Bone Crunch Punch, Meteoric Axe Kick, Meteoric Throw. Bone Crunch Punch, Meteoric Axe Kick, Meteoric Throw. We do all of these cards in a row. This is a fun legendary card. And we're not dejected. Yeah, Bone Crunch Punch. I should have had this going. Okay, Bone Crunch Punch is targeting the closest threat. He's knocked down, so he's no longer a threat. So it will be her. Should move and attack her. She is 4 speed. 1179. Oh man, it's archival, frail and fragile. We're going to archive the blue charm. That's bullshit, man. Yeah, our evasion is 2, so 7 is a hit. So these 2, waste and waste. Oof. 2 damage apiece. We're fine with that. We will archive our blue charm, which completely ruins my plan for next turn, which is bullshit. Bash and knockback 6. She's there. The next card goes to the closest threat in range. So that's going to be this chick here. She can dash. So she will dash. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Meteoric Throw is fine, so she'll be the closest threat. So Brawl will move to here. And we'll do a 4 speed attack hitting on sixes. Miss, 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 miss. That does nothing. So that's the end of her crazy turn. The trap is on top. The person I wanted to cancel the trap with does not have a blue charm anymore. So this chick is going to swing with the Lance of Longinus. She hits once, which procs the trap. Brawl goes back up to 3. She's the only adjacent survivor, so she suffers knockback 5 and 3 brain damage. The brain damage is going to cause her to take a brain trauma. She rolls a 1. Stupid. She has to use her lifetime reroll on her brain trauma. This is just all dumb from me. This is all because I got greedy. Into a Lantern 10. She's now frenzied. She gains 1d5 insanity, which is 3 insanity, sorry. Strength, speed. And Brawl is adjacent to her and has Blood Fountain on her. Fun. Zarkan will stand up. Stampede Glaive will stand up. Scout will stand up. I missed a wound on her because I failed that last one. And don't forget she heals 1 from the trap. Stupid Brawl. I think I'm right, but we'll check in a second because we might not need it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 to here. What do we got on top of the deck? A Super Dense Reflex, that's fine. So this is with the greatest gax of all. So we roll a perfect hit, which is amazing. We roll 2 hits in total. That's a reflex, which we can cancel. That's a first strike. Oh, it's cancelled the first chosen hit location, isn't it? Oh. Oh no, we haven't inflicted a wound this round. Okay, so we need to inflict a wound. That's fine. So this wound's on a 2+, crits on a 9, 8 maybe. So that's a wound. So she's down to 2, I think. And then this has a reflex. That's a critical, but doesn't matter. So she's down to 1. And this says, Brawl becomes a red blur. Place her on top, adjacent to the attacker, on top of many other survivors as possible. The attacker suffers bash and 5 damage to a random hit location. So bash, 5 damage to her hands. She's knocked down, but someone has done a wound. Thank you, I'm glad. We'll bash her there. Now this chick's going to attack because she's going to suffer combo crush first, which is 3 damage to her waist. And then she's going to swing with the spear. There is a reflex. This is the Lance of Longinus. So that hits once. We've only got 1 wound remaining. We'll take this and we will cancel this reaction. Oh, that's good timing. So it's not going to be her that levels up. Another survivor uses Joint Array to cancel a reaction. Another survivor uses it. The Scout gets the job done. We're at Joint Array 3. How good is that? Cool. And this just needs a 2+. That's an 8. Is that a critical? It is a critical. All hearing survivors gain 3 survival. That'll be nice for our nightmare training. Victory Brawl. You cost me a lifetime reroll, and I don't like that. I don't like that. But we did level up Unyielding. That was nice. So we innovate Blood Weaving. We add a red thread to our storage, which will immediately turn into a cloak. And on a 6+, we gain unconscious fighter. So Zach gets it. Next person doesn't. Next person does. Next person doesn't. Next person doesn't. So Zach and Trigona have unconscious fighter. Zach will attempt to ignore it. Rolls a 5 and gets a Lumi. And the other chick will attempt to ignore it. Rolls a 9 and gets a Lumi. So Zach, 1 Lumi. Trigona, 1 Lumi. The survivor that dealt Brawl the killing blow, which is Nephilia. No, it is Trigona. Gains the hyperamic defense ability. Fantastic. And during your act, you may gain a bleeding token to perform block 1. Fantastic. If the settlement has nightmare training, the survivors. Next year, any survivor that endeavors at nightmare training also gets +1 permanent strength. Come on! That is stunning. Okay, she got a spear proficiency point. She got, we'll give her an axe. She failed on the dagger. Locust definitely got a wound on the spear, and Zach, using the black sword, did not get a wound with the axe. So we'll complete the showdown. Zach is going to ponder facism and might turn into a brand new guy, which will be cool. And let's see what happens on this timeline. We've got a Gorm climate. Wonderful. And then we've got a Manhunter, level 2. So that nightmare training, that's so fun. I also forgot that I actually have Symposium now, so I draw 4 cards, and I only drew 2 in my last one. So I had a choice between Nightmare Training and Partnership. I actually should have drawn 4. There's a 2 perfect hit Stampede. First was a crit that knocked Braille down. Ah, okay. Well, there you go. So from this pile, I'll move this out of the way because I'm not an idiot. We're going to take card 7, and from this pile, we're going to take card 4. So 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Birth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or startling barks. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. Nominate a random returning survivor with at least 1 hunt XP to feel jumpy. Could actually get gravel guts here. Because most of our random returning survivors are 1 hunt XP. Yeah, here's an interesting one. There's no Frog Dog Crest. This one just goes into your deck. It's a pest. Same with Gathering Emissions. They both just go in. There's no crest like there is for the others. And there's no little stop symbol. So you actually do put both of them in. Did I draw 4? Okay. What are my perfect resources right now? I've got a perfect organ. So literally all I can get is a speed and a permanent blue affinity. I would probably prefer, I mean, that's good for getting the thing, but yeah, so a random returning survivor, I've got 4 with 1 hunt XP, and then Zach, who's got 10. So Zach automatically dies, and we witness an omen. So if I roll Zach. So let's do that, because I don't want to do this yet. Startling barks. Let's play risky. So if I roll a 1 or a 2 here, Zach is the target of the startling barks. Oh, look, he dies. The settlement witnesses an omen. He was just about to be a physiognomist. Oh, he can use his lifetime reroll. Come on, Zach. All right, he rolls a 6. Sorry. No, he can't use his lifetime reroll, can he? I'm nominating a random returning survivor. It's a dice roll, I suppose. You can use your lifetime reroll on any dice roll. Nominating a random survivor? Sure. We'll do it on... So he's going to use his lifetime reroll. Yeah, I don't know. So it'll be the 3rd returning survivor. So it's Trigonia, the person who's got hyperamic defense. Yeah, we'll do it anyway. So she rolls -1 to this roll. So as long as she doesn't roll a 3 or less, she rolls a 6. So she gets, if you depart this lantern year, she gains an evasion token. Fantastic. She will be departing this year. She will gain an evasion token. It's interesting. Not sure if that was worth it or not. I am going to make it my blue charm back that I lost after Braille destroyed it. It's very annoying. Oh, we've got friggin' Gorm Climate. Maybe I won't be. All right, Gorm Climates. I shan't be removing. It's a 9. Nominated survive with 1 hunt XP. They gain a courage. Someone already did that. So I'm going to nominate them again. Oh, it was Locust. He already gained a courage. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with an evasion. That seems fine. Not Lisa, not Louse, not Ant, not Moth, Centipede. You get a courage. Congrats. Gorm Climate comes back next year. Yeah, that's good. Thanks, Fen. I think that's fine. So, Manhunter level 2 this year. We have 6 endeavors. I'm going to spend 1 of them to innovate, and then I'm going to spend 5 to nightmare training. Oh, what? Well, now I've got no idea what to do, mate. Why does the nuclear knuckle go from bone to not bone? That makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. But thank you, Dan. Appreciate you. So, a bone, an organ, and a hide. I'll use a leather. It's not either. I'm looking at it right here. Leather for the hide. This for the bone. No, what else have I got for bone? I can't use my reticulated grabber. I need that. I definitely do want to have more kids with the immunizing antibodies. Yeah, so that's my bone. And then organ, I've got a lot of organs, I think. Am I going to use a love juice? Yeah, I'm going to use a love juice. We definitely do want to have more kids with the immunizing antibodies. Okay, but this year's all about nightmare training, getting permanent strength while we can. So a bit of surging would be lovely. What else do we want? Bed, not my favorite choice, but there's worse ones out there. Drums, could get Song of the Brave and piss off Gorm Climate. Storytelling, not really much chop. Memento Mori is the worst choice out of all of those. Storytelling, we could get White Speaker. It's probably drums or bed. Drums puts Song of the Brave into the deck, which would be extremely helpful. So I think we take drums. We don't have any broken arm, broken hip, or broken ribs. We take drums. Boom, boom, boom. Well, I guess it would be nice if I could drum on your body. I know not everybody has got a drum like you. That's going to put Forbidden Dance and Song of the Brave into there. And of course, if we get Song of the Brave, we also get the opportunity to go for Saga. Having said that, War Room is an option with the Manhunter, which is quite nice. Yeah, quite good. Just a thingy. Drums, Consequence, Forbidden Dance. Drums, Consequence, Song of the Brave. All right, that seems fine. I'm happy enough with those. All right, let's do some nightmare training. So who do we want to nightmare train with? So if we do it with all the people that just... Zakan actually is going to do his facism roll. So let's find out if he gets a new person. If he becomes a new person, facism. The Sculptor. Zachary gains a Lumi. Erase your name, philosophy. Yeah, 8, 9, 10, he just becomes a new guy, which is pretty fun. Sculptor's Apprentice is not bad. Yeah, all right. We're all 5. Okay, so we gain Sculptor's Apprentice. We are not at Collective Cognition 22, are we? We are? What? This lantern here is crazy. What did we get here? We got metabolic improvements, gain the nutrition innovation, and we share 3 more knowledge cards at the forum this lantern year. Nutrition. Okay, so we gain a population, and they get 2 Hunt XP, and we get to select a philosophy for them. Fantastic. I'm going to give them parent bonuses because I can. Celestrina and Locust. I have 1 more name left. It's Ramulus. And that's a male survivor's name, I think. So we're going to create Ramulus. Gain 1 population with 2 un-XP. Select a philosophy from your deck for them to adopt. So Ramulus is going to select which one? Oh, Dragonfly is a good name. I'll use that again. I'll use that for the next one. Can't nominate Disintegration. Let's nominate Collectivism because I really want to get 8 eyes. And I'm going to keep throwing people at that until I get it. That's a 9. Nominate a survivor that does not have a philosophy. They adopt collectivism and you both gain 1 Lumi. Ba 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 ba. Ramulus ba. Ba 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 ba. The final Ramulus. Centipedes just become a collectivist. Good on you, Centipede. They adopt collectivism and you both gain a Lumi. So, given that he's adopted collectivism, he's going to roll on this table as well. He rolls a 1. The hunters sate everyone. The departing survivors feast alone, gaining 3 survival. Up to 3 other survivors gain 1 Lumi. Nice. That's a nice little bump of Lumi. So let's give Locust a Lumi. Okay, so everyone that went out is going out again. Cordelia and Zakant. No, let's send out Mon Mothra. Let's not send out Mon Mothra. Let's send out someone who we want to level up proficiencies. Yeah, let's actually send out Urzmoth with her Fist and Tooth situation. Perfect. So departing survivors are gaining an extra 3 survival. So who can do a nightmare training? So Locust is going to do our first. 1, 2, 3. So she's going to roll on nightmare training table and she rolls a 6. She'll spend a survival to roll again. Yes, absolutely. She gets a Lantern 10, so she gets +1 strength or accuracy. She'll take a strength, and then because she nominated a thingy, she gets a strength. So Locust is done. Trigona is going to do Nightmare Training. This is our second. So she will do a Nightmare Training roll. She rolls a 9, so she gains a weapon proficiency point. She gains a point of Spear. Because she did a thing, she also gains a permanent strength. Nephilia is going to spend 3 survival. And she will do a Nightmare Training. She rolls a 4, she'll spend a survival. Oh, she rolls a 2. So she'll spend a survival. She rolls a 4, so she'll spend a survival. She rolls a 2. So she'll spend a survival. She rolls a 9, and she will get a proficiency point and a strength. Oh, just 1. Cordelia will Nightmare Train. Actually, we won't do Cordelia because she's got no real value in that. Zakant did level up to 4. Do you have to do anything else? No. So who do we want as well? Celestrine has only got 3 survival, so that would be a terrible risk. The Mothman could attack, could do it. Get a strength, seems like a bad choice. All right, so I guess, yeah, Cordelia is our best choice. 1, 2, 3. She'll gain a strength. Do you have to? Oh, I do have to give you a Sculptor's Apprentice. We can, yeah, we'll just try and roll for a dagger. That's a 1, spend a survival or die, so she'll do that. Sculptor's Apprentice is you get to basically level up to maximum armor and then not die, and then at the end of the showdown you go away, I'm pretty sure. I don't really like that one. It's fine. Oh, that's an interesting, good call, Dan. I like that one. I've never thought of that before. Yeah, so I don't, he's got good, he's got really good combo going on here. He's got +2 to severe injuries and reduced damage for every hit. That seems very good. I should have had physiognomy cards in that showdown as well, but I forgot. So I've only spent 4 of my 5, so I guess with my last one, we do Sanguine Extrusion and make a red cloak. We're not going on the hunt this year, so we don't need to do that. Let's use Butchery, actually. We've got a few organs. Yeah, so if I take out Urs, she's only getting 1 hunt XP. She'll ideally level up to Fist and Tooth 7, and then we can Nightmare Train her to get the proficiency for everyone. That would be great. And if we fail, we've still got 1 more hunt we can try and do it on. She's got Marrow Monarch, which is fantastic. And yeah, so I think that's what I want to do. Yep. But I might take out, instead of taking... Now, I want the joint array, guys. The team joint array to make some shit happen there. Cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. So this one becomes Urzi. And I think that's pretty much it. So Locust is red. She'll stay the same. Trigona is white. So Trigona's a Marrowist, but that doesn't mean that we can't give her this gear grid and just put the Lance of Longinus on it. Yeah, that's going to be fun. She'll go Nuclear Knuckle there. Everything else can stay the same there, except she has to take this, but she can replace that, and everything else is the same. Oh yeah, and I'll craft my blue charm back using my perfect organ. And I'll just do that now. Okay, so that's it. That's it for Brawl for a little while. We'll see you again in a few Lantern years, Brawl. Hopefully you bring a sister and maybe make that a little bit more challenging. I personally, I really like the timer. I think I'm very used to playing on a timer. I used to play War Machine where you'd have a death clock and the timer would just be constantly ticking down and it would just be this constant pressure. And so you get very used to that. After a while, you get used to dealing with that clock. And that was actually one of my strengths, was the clock just wouldn't phase me. I'd just be sitting there. You know, I think there's actually a video of me playing Jamie Perkins in the finals at the Iron Gauntlet to get through to the final, the grand final in the Iron Gauntlet. And I got down to 20-something seconds. Still won. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. All right, Man-Eater. He's a man-eater, make you work hard, make you sweat hard, make you want all of your love. He's a man-eater. Yeah, I was good at War Machine. I was very good at War Machine. Yeah, he's the Manhunter. He's a manhunter, make you work hard, make you sweat hard, make you want all of her love. He's a manhunter. So she's still in, he is not, he is tapped out. She's tapped in. I have to say, this campaign has been really nice. It's felt like going back to the future, and I've just really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed having these battles that I did probably for the first time like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. When was it? When did I start my Kingdom Death experience? I don't remember, but they're only one space away. It just feels cool to use these guys. So we'll go here, we'll go here, here. Here, and there's he. Yeah, well, I first started playing the game in 2020, and I got my first stuff in 2020. I think it might actually have been 2021. I'd have to look up when I first posted in the Discord. But yeah, I first started it back then, and my first probably 10 campaigns happened within that first year. And everything was fully painted within that first year. I reckon I did a Green Knight run and used the Manhunter the last time Gambler's Chest came out, and I don't reckon I've played the Manhunter since Gambler's Chest, maybe. Actually, I might have done him in that Green Armor run. I might have done him in the Green Armor run. So, okay. So we're going to depart for this showdown. What did I do with my last thing? Oh, that's right. I was going to do Butchery on... Let's do Butchery on Nephilia. Actually, let's just do face painting. I don't think I need to rush it yet. So it's an extra 2 survival and 1 insanity. That was a great time. Those first few years of Kingdom Death. That was a great time. It was actually, people call that the dark times because it was quite bad for waiting for content. Oh, I didn't do the forum. I got 6 cards. Good talk. And did I give out my 3 Lumi? I don't think I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is... Yeah, and metabolic improvements was the one I was just going to look at, yeah. Nutrition innovation, share +1 forum knowledge, yep. So we actually get 7 this year. Okay, the only ones I like there, surgical precision is nice, 2 Lumi. Mara Monarch again, great. Let's go surgical precision. So if we give her +1 Lumi, if we give her +1 Lumi, and we give her +1 Lumi, that's from the collectivist bonus. And then call times is good, health is fine, strength training is shithouse, surgical precision is nice, tenacity would be good to level up. I can't give it to them from the collectivism level up, can I? Do I have to give it to people who don't have things? Up to 3 other survivors gain +1 Lumi. Doesn't say they can't. Tell me I'm wrong. You can read that well, I think. Like, I don't think that other necessarily means non-departing survivors. I think it means other survivors. Well, it could mean other than her. But I take your point. So we'll go Kyra. Won't go the Mothman. Yeah, okay. Well, it doesn't matter. Danuria, we want her to have a Lumi anyway. And Celestrina, we'll give her a Lumi. That was how I read it, but it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. I don't think I'm going to buy any of those knowledges anyway. So, okay, we'll depart, and I'm happy with all my grids. So we just need to, what do we add to this one? Gun action, tombstone, gritty armament, and full stride. Gritty armament, tombstone, gun action, full stride. I can see how the I can see how you could interpret it either way. We don't add our stakes, do we? That's not till 3. Yeah, stakes are level 3. Cool. We are no legendaries. We're 7 and 6. Oh, hang on a second. I need to take my chick that's got the dodging of the manhunters things. Who's that? Who's that? I got someone who's got the dancing one. I need to take them. Celestrina? No. Danuria? No. Kyra? Freeform Dancer. All right, Kyra's coming out. So we're going to ditch. Let's ditch Trigonia and bring Kyra out and give her the sword. Yeah. She's still alive. For shizzle. She's in blue. I've even got her ready to go. She's so awesome. Look at her. She's got the black sword and everything. That's using the ire from beyond the wall. Regalism, inferiority complex, find the castle, call to arms, freeform dancer. Distichophobia is bad, atelophobia is bad, garaskophobia is bad. She was torn muscle and disemboweled last showdown, so that's not ideal. But she's going to be fine. Let's depart. Oh no. We'll get rid of these. Should have got those. Got those. She doesn't have any bleeding tokens, and departing survivors gain 6 survival. Plus she gets 2 survival and 2 insanity from departing with her thing, and then she will also get 3 survival from the first aid kit. Okay, that's some good survival stocks for Lantern Year 10. So 6 basics, 7 basics, 6 advanced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy is toughness 11, so he is right on par with Brawl around this toughness. Brawl has 10 wounds, this guy has 14. He's +1 speed and +1 damage. That doesn't really bother me because everyone in here is wounding on a 2+. Oh, there's 3 lucky charms in the grids, and if there was more, I would make 5 probably. They are tremendous. Here's the thing, right? This is all about numbers. A 10 is a 1 in 10 chance. A 9 or a 10 is a 1 in 5 chance. You literally double your chances of critting on every single attack. It is incredible. So if you make 5 attacks, you will crit one of those attacks on averages. If you get it to 7, it's 1 in 3. It's slightly better than 1 in 3. So you think about those numbers and you go, okay, well, if I could have every 3rd attack of mine do a critical, negate the reaction, get the positive benefits of the critical, why wouldn't I? So every opportunity to get a luck charm, I'm putting in a luck charm. Some grids don't justify it, like this one's obviously got fuck tons of greens, it's hard to get a luck charm in there. But if you have one blue anywhere in that grid that is at all viable to use, luck charm, get it in there, get it in and around my mouth. Okay, are we defending our home? Do we go first? Oh, we are defending our home. No, the Manhunter goes first. Okay. But we do have a random terrain card. I don't think I've got a physiognomist. No. So one random terrain card. Let's be a Forge Priest. Forge Priest. Forge Priest. Forge Priest. Tall grass. Bullshit. I do know that, but there's something about me that just doesn't want to do that. I just would like to have 3. If I was going to have more, I would feel bad, I think. It's a self-imposed restriction. All right, so let's put her in some grass, and let's put her in some grass. Yeah, yeah. Done. So, the Manhunter goes first. We still have no surge. You've already lost. While this is in play, survivors suffer -1 to all severe injury rolls. Good luck to you, buddy. Draw an AI. Sorry, I'm going to do full stride. At the beginning of the monster's first turn, full move the Manhunter towards the closest threat and face it. This will be her. Boo-boo. This gets archived. He attacks with a 2 speed, hitting on a 2+ normally. No, 4+ normally. Goes to 6+ because of the grass. And then goes to 8+ because of the thing. 7 and a 1. No damage from Tombstone. We are not bashed. We are nothing. We then do this thing. Boom. And then that says draw an AI, which is crack shot. Random threat in field of view. So the only targets we have are 1, 2, and 3. Scout's out of field of view. She's out of field of view. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on, the plan works. Gun action. Kyra, when you are targeted by a ranged attack, right, gain of progress. Freeform dancer, baby. Let's go. Okay, so when the monster attacks with a ranged attack, roll 1d10 on a 6+ for ignore 1 hit. That is so good. Okay, so we're doomed. We can still use it because that's not a may, that is a must. This is 2 speed. A 6 and a 2, so the 6 will hit, the 2 will miss. On a 6+ now, we cancel that hit. Oh, damn. Okay, all non-deaf survivors within 4 spaces of the Manhunter suffer monster level brain damage. So she is within 4 spaces, 1, 2. She is within 4 spaces, 1, 2. She should actually have 1 more because of the departing face painting bonus. Excellent. All right, crack shot. Come on, freeform dancer. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. All right, now you get the shit kicked out of you, mate. Do I need to dash with my Stampede Glaive and do some stuff? Hell yeah! Dash, get a bit of extra speed, come back in. Boop. Boop. 2 speed attack with the Stampede Glaive. That costs us 1 survival. We roll an 8 and a 4. So we have joint array. Yep. So if we do a wound, yep, perfect. And we're hitting on a 5+. Oh, that's a 4 and an 8. So this has a reflex. We don't have to move 1 space, so we're not going to move 1 space. So we don't have to suffer a severe leg wound. And we are critting on a 9 thanks to the lance. We're winning on a 2+. No perfect hits. That's a Lantern 10, gain a skull basic resource. I thank you very much because I was quite light on bone. Thanks, mate. Stampede Glaive. Oh, it's a skull. Oh, I would like a perfect bone. No, joint array doesn't cancel it yet. She's the first person to attack in the round, so she doesn't get a freebie on that one, but everyone else gets to cancel it. There's a reflex. Okay, so when another survive. So Nephilia, yeah. So let's go with Nephilia. She's got the greatest gax of all. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has a reach 2, so she will swing from there. She's a 3 speed. Hi, Jay. 8, 6, and 8. No perfect hits, just barely, because we haven't got Dark Eye. Oh, what a shame. We are still... Oh, that's savage. Oh, I did so many savage wounds that I didn't do in the last fight. Fucking idiot. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to cancel this reaction. Thanks to joint array because someone else is wounded. We roll a 4. I'll have to count up the numbers. I think that's still a wound. But because we cancelled that reaction, she levels up to maximum joint array firepower. Kyra doesn't have joint array. Cordelia has maximum joint array. Oh, hang on. At the start of the survivor's turn, choose one effect to apply. When you attack, if no other survivor... Oh, cool. Okay. So we've got the maximum version of that now. Anyway, that reaction's cancelled, and that is a wound. It's not a critical. He's only toughness 11, so we're wounding on a 3+. That is a 1, so we failed to wound, which is fine. And that is a 2, which is a failure. Oh, no. We have Axe Spec. No, I didn't level up into Axe Spec. That was silly. We've got +2 to our severe injury rolls. That's fine. He's going to move to adjacent. Boop. Actually go like that. Boop. And he's going to perform Tombstone. It is a 2-speed attack. Hitting on a 4+. She is 4 evasion. That's 2 misses. Tombstone is a boarding mission. I really want to get some freeform dancer level ups. I think, oh, trap's on top. Where's me trap guy? Already gone again. I need to change this trap situation so she is not the one that's going first every time. Tombstone. Trap. Perform gun action. Target the attacker. Anyone want to take any guesses who's going to cop this gun action? So, we're going to dash to get a few people out of the way. So Nephila's going to dash. She's already dashed. And Urzi won't worry about dashing. Yeah, she'll dash. So the scout's going to move 1, 2, 3. Urzi's going to dash 1, 2, 3. She's going to dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She can't dash. We'll move into the blind. We'll swing with the black sword. Yeah, that's okay, Jay. We're allowed to do that. We hit. We trigger the trap. All survivors within 2 spaces of the manhunter suffer knockback 3 directly away from the monster. We should have gone here. 1, 2. Yeah, we'll go there. We suffer collision with that. Perform gun action, target the attacker. 2 speed, hitting on a 2+, which goes to okay, she's actually got 2 evasion as well because she's got monster grease. And she's got 1 luck. I just didn't put her in my departing survivors. Oh, she did a thing. Diagonal. Yeah, okay, so this is shooting. He misses twice. Can I cancel hit anyway? Oh no, it's when you're targeted. When you're targeted by a ranged attack. Come on! Give us another one. I'm gonna keep going for the trap. Choose my target for the trap every time. Oh, so good. I figured, Jay, since I don't have a Gorm knowledge, and I don't have a Manhunter knowledge, That's okay to have Freeform Dancer and the Red Witch's Knowledge at the same time. I think that's fine. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Urzi. So Urzi's going to punch with her Nuclear Knuckle. She's 2 speed, hitting on an 8. It's a 4 and a 7, so we'll take the 7. Okay, I just need to mark. So she hasn't done a sword. She has done a spear. She has done an axe. She hasn't done anything. And this is a fist and tooth, we assume, very shortly. We don't have sharp, but we do have acid palms because of destined. We didn't perfect hit. So we've got 1 hit. We don't have join array, so we can't cancel this reaction. However, we do have surpass, and we can critical. We don't critical, but we do surpass because we have 6 armor at the arms, strength 6, that takes us to strength 12, plus 3 from the weapon is 15, and we then roll a 13 to take us to 28, which is doubled, so we're going to do 2 wounds with surpass. And that's it for our turn, probably. If you're hitting with a whip, gain plus 3 strength. Yep, well, that'll be our turn. So Buffhead is going to flip a listen up. Closest non-death threat in field of view. Oh, suffers death, nice. She's earned a proficiency point. And I did dash with her, so I need to spend that survival. I didn't dash with her. I did dash with her. And I did dash with her. And she didn't dash. Perfect. The Manhunter boxes your ears. What a legend. This is a 3-speed attack. Can be either of our 2 targets. We'll actually choose... Yeah, we might choose Urzi, actually. She's probably retiring after this hunt anyway. So, yeah. A 3, a 5, and a Lantern 10. It doesn't really matter. These aren't going to do anything, but we could get a thing out of it. So, 3. Actually, that's 3 hits. Nice. Body, body, hands. And these are 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. We'll dodge a body. 1, 2, 3. And we will now get deaf, which is a severe injury. So we're going to roll for a Parasite. Now I have a Drydacanthus. Do I have to archive it? I do have to archive it, don't I? Okay, I'm still going to say I suffered it. It's a 6. How many 6s have I rolled? Drydacanthus archived. Okay, it's our turn. Let's just do Urzi first of all. She's swinging with the Nuke Knuckles. She rolls a 4 and a 9. The 9 is a hit. It's not a perfect hit, so we don't get to use Marrow Monarch, which would be sick. So it's 1 hit. There is a reflex here. We can full move the Manhunter on top of us. Instead, what we're going to do is roll a critical and cancel all reactions until the end of the round. Cheers. Surpass, 2 wounds, cancel all reactions until the end of the round. So the Manhunter's doing nothing to us. Wound would get us a Crimson Vial here. She'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's got a proficiency point. We don't need to risk her. Let's use me greatest Gax, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're going to the blind. Being adjacent doesn't matter now because we've cancelled all reactions. A 5, a 7, and a 1. 2 hits. No perfect hits. That wound reaction doesn't matter. That wound reaction doesn't matter. We critical on a 9. That's an 8. Man, I want a luck charm in this grid. Fuck me. Don't have any luck. No. Oh, but yeah, we've got joint array. So she is the first. Start of the survivor's turn, choose 1 effect to apply. When you attack, if no other survivor, so it's not just a survivor with joint array. Okay, cool. So if any other survivor has inflicted a wound, you can only do the second one. So you have to attack with a join array survivor first. Interesting. That's a wound. We don't gain a red vial. If we can savage wound, we get a 2 wounds. Oh, come on, Deno, in you go. Nope, but that's just a wound. That's fine. Let's do the black sword chick. She's in the front. Hope we get the trap. 3 hits. Because of sword, we don't have sword spec or mastery. 1, 2, trap, 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 trap. Oh, okay. We go ignore all these reactions. We crit on 9s. First one, that's a critical. Draw another hit location and attempt to wound it as normal. Oh, it's a ruined pistol hand. Next one, that's a critical. We have to do that one. Oh, the monster suffers -2 accuracy when using his gun action. Next one, that's a wound. And last one, that's a wound. So, oh, we just killed him. He only had 4 wounds. Okay, that's fine. Complete the showdown. We're gaining some philosophies. And we're gaining regalism level ups. Come on. Okay, that was good. I enjoyed that. It's only 8 o'clock. We can probably go another lantern here, which would be fun. Oh, what do we get at level 2 for defeating that guy? I wonder what the solution is to making these earlier guys a little more aligned with the current power level in the game. I mean, level 2 Manhunter comes in just after Red Witches. A little bit more toughness is probably called for. I'm not sure. I don't think just pomp and toughness is the way to go. We gain the Hunter's Heart rare gear, and on a 2+, she's going to gain Abyssal Sadist. It's a 7! She's going to gain Abyssal Sadist is Kyra. And we will take Abyssal Sadist. Oh, hang on, it's a normal fighting art. Let's look at it. First time you wound the monster each attack, gain 1 survival and 1 insanity. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good for her. Yeah, so we'll take that. One per life fighting art. His numbers possibly need tweaking. I think I also have to keep in mind that I tend to ramp up a lot quicker than most. Most people probably don't chase level 3s in Lantern Year 7. As a general rule. Hunter's Heart rare gear. Don't recall that. Item, consumable, metal, heavy. If you die, the heart crawls back to you on a 7+. Oh yeah, that's Bleeding Heart. Okay, I think we want to use Bleeding Heart. That's a cool one. Because you can clear a survivor of a severe injury, I think. All right, we'll do our Gorm Climate and our event. No, so Dan, I've implemented a house rule for this campaign. Once per lifetime, a survivor can choose to take a fighting art in the same way that you would a secret fighting art, just for fun. I have rolled for, I've only done it on Armored Fist and this one. I wouldn't have got it, but I'm doing it anyway. I just like fighting arts. I've got friggin' strange fighting arts in my deck, and I really want to use them, and it just pisses me off when you can't use them, you know? 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Well, I think it'll be an Elder Council. I don't think we'll be going for Rivalry. Cool. So Elder Council. We don't have Saga, we don't have Scarification, and we don't have Records, but we do have a fair bit of Hunt XP. So let's find out how much we have. 15, 25, 33, 40, 47, 53, 59, 62, 65, 67, 69, 71, 73, 75, 76, 76. An elder, a retired survivor, must join the next hunting party. We don't have any survivors. We do lose 2 resources though. That sucks. Yeah, Beast of Sorrow might have been nice. I don't know how that works with fucking philosophies, but whatever. I think we'll just ditch. I don't really want to ditch my 2 broken lanterns. I might need them, but sure, we'll ditch 2 broken lanterns, and we lose an endeavor. No, the Beast of Sorrow would get flogged by us, unfortunately. And even if, I'd have to give him Jiggle Eye stuff for him to be worthwhile. No clue how that works. A survivor gets to add 1. Gets to do age 1 milestones. Maybe this would be the only way to get age milestones, and then do philosophies, because that specifically specifies the survivor may gain age 1 and 2. That's probably a question. It might have already been answered somewhere. Gorm Climates. It's our first 2 of the game. So, do we have a thing we want to archive? The fortunate thing is that you can just archive things like albedo, which is never going to get used. And I assume it just goes back into the deck. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put it back into the deck. What's the scout pack do? Oh, you mean the... Yeah, you could get rid of Death Pact. The Gorm ones are totally fine. You never use them. Now that, especially because I've already got the Gormite, I literally don't need them at all. The main reason you keep them around is for Gormite. Gorm Climate comes back next year. We did gain a skull, which is nice, because assuming we can find a hide, we're going to be able to innovate this year, which is good. And that's all. We have story event, the game. We do. Everybody play the game. Should I go for a Dragon King level 3 on our first hunt? Would that be crazy talk? Everybody play the game. Alright, so we'll do the game. Craning their neck, the nominated survivor tries to sneak a glance. We're going to gain high roller with someone, which will be useful for our gambler showdown. Who do I feel like is going to suit that? Not my scout chick. Nephilia, definitely not her. Dark Eye chick. Yeah, we could go Dark Eye chick. Locust. Perfect hit thing doesn't really suit. Yeah, doesn't really suit. So yeah, we'll take Locust to go watch the game. She's going to get crushed like a bug. She rolls an 8+. She gains high roller. High voltage. I said high voltage, rock and roll. So we've got Sculptor's Apprentice joining the deck, and now we've got High Roller, which will be the only Dreamism knowledge we see in this campaign. I'm actually so fine with that. I just don't like Dreamism. We will get Stone Architect as well. Whatever, man. You know, it's just silly. It's just silly. I said this in the very first review of the Gambler's Chest I did on Bra Mithra's channel. The Gambler's Chest for me is all about having people play the game more because it wants you to succeed. The Gambler's basically showing you this is how you do it, man, and gives you luck and gives you just so many things to help you win the game. That's his whole vibe. All the stuff that happens. Dreamism is all about mitigating bad luck. You know, all these things about gaining luck. Everything is just reducing the impact that luck has on the game. And that's fine, but I like the game to have a challenge. You know what I'm saying? So we have got some survivors nominating philosophies, and that is exciting. I'm going to pull these away. It just makes everything feel a lot more potent. But I think it also encourages you. It's like encouraging you to play. So even like the box, even Perfect Punt, it's like put a sick weapon into the box, and then everyone's excited to go back and start a new campaign and have a sick weapon in the box. It's a little drug to give you a hit of, oh, this is how you can win the game. But when you experience, I think it actually plays too heavily in the survivor's favor. Guardian on the sculpture is obscene. By the way, are we putting joint array on the sculpture? Probably. Probably. Okay, I'm going to do my innovate first and make some decisions about that. So innovate, we spend our 3 things. So we're going to spend a love juice, we're going to spend a skull, and we're going to spend a hide from our leather. Perfect. Yeah, maybe osteophage. It's strong too. There's some good contenders for sculpture. It's not a lay down misère any way you look at it. All right, 4 cards. Taxidermy would be fun. Really what I want most is Inner Lantern. Song of the Brave would also be very viable. Okay, that's an interesting one. Interesting choice. Okay. That's good. That would get a Saga, which would be nice. Yeah, see, this is some bullshit, all right? This is bullshit, and this game can suck it. I fucking hate you sometimes, game. Well, it's not Forbidden Dance, I'll tell you that much. Oh, that's fucking shit. Ah, look, I think Inner Lantern is the mandatory choice. Surge just ramps up our campaign. We're doing fine without it, but we're just giving the monsters more attacks. I don't like that. More attacks is just fucked. Song of the Brave is almost mandatory to fight level 2s and 3s. Oh, that is a bullshit choice. Yeah, Surge is just too good, and it also adds character into the deck, which is like almost as good as Saga. We could get a red Survivor, and our weapon proficiency is going great. It's like, oh. But you just don't know when Inner Lantern will come around again. You know? Fucking bullshit. Bullshit game. Yeah, it is. It's bullshit. That's 3 really great choices there. Inner Lantern adds a lot. It adds character. We've got that. It adds scarification and adds shrine. Yeah. Okay. It is interesting that I only drew Inner Lantern. Oh, that hurts. We have done designs and dandelions, yes, but I have gained 0 understanding this entire campaign. Look at my understanding levels. I'm on 0 for everyone. The only person who gained understanding was Lucy Lerver, and she's at 3. No one else. Oh yeah, and the Wise Mothman picked up 3. We should have designs and dandelions. Yes, the box drafting table. I think that automatically got added in this progression up here. No, it didn't. That's okay. It doesn't add anything except an actual thing. Indeed. So what was the one I got rid of from my deck? Citrinitas. Albedo. All right, so I'm going to ditch Albedo and I'm going to put it back in this innovation deck. It's such an interesting, like, what's supposed to happen here? Is Albedo supposed to be archived? Is it supposed to disappear from the deck? Is it supposed to go back into the deck? Not really specified, you know. Did I ditch Negrito? What's Albedo? Turning survivors lose 1 level of weapon proficiency. Why would you ever make that? That's a fine one on a 10 plus. Okay. What does it get? Even the best one just gets you nothing. Just gets you nothing. All right, so we're going to do a nightmare training with our chick with weapon proficiency 7. 1, 2, 3. And let's see if we can roll an 8 or a 9 and gain. Spend a survival or die. Try again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is annoying. Come on, Deno. It's a 3. We'll spend a survival. It's a 3. We'll spend a survival. It's a 5. This is our last survival. Do we risk this and have her die? Oh, fuck. So bad. No, we don't risk it. What would I have rolled? 7. All right. Well, that's fine. Who else do we want to nightmare train with? We've got some levels now. It'd be nice to pump up the levels. Oh, I could, yes. No, I don't think I've got any. I think I turned him into leather. Yeah, let's do a nightmare train with. Actually, let's do my things. Kyra's got a sword proficiency point. She should be on 2. Okay. So we have a level 2 Regalist. All right, I'm really excited. There's one thing I want to get in here. I did this in a campaign a few years ago. Might have been last year. It was the Regal Plume. The Regal Plume with the Gorm Wisdom Potion is the fucking most legit tech ever. When the trap's top decked, you just put that fucking bad boy on the bottom and say, see you later. Regal Plume on an 8+. Display your utmost faith and roll an 8+, Deno. Go on, Kyra. You can do it. She did get -1 strength from Garaskophobia. She did another diagonal move. So many things here. Distichophobia, yep. Telephobia. She probably suffered a brain damage or 2. We'll do that. That'll be fine. And after gaining the benefits of a Hunt XP milestone, suffer -1 permanent strength. All right. That's actually so good for a Regalist. That's so good for a Regalist. She gains a Lumi. I'm actually going to give her a pressure, not a torment. I hate brain traumas. 8+ gets me the Regal Plume. This could even potentially be a lifetime reroll. I'd like this so much. Come on, Deno. Oh. The greatest alive. Fucking get in. The Regal Plume. What does it need? 1 iron, 1 leather, and 1 organ, and an endeavour. I don't have a leather because I use my leather. I don't have any hides or organs, but we're going to be making ourselves a regal plume next lantern year. You better believe it, that I would do anything for the regal plume. So I'll grab it out for people that haven't seen it. It's a cool gear card, and the more cool gear cards you get, the better. I just got to find the fucker. Regal plume, where are you? Helmet, there it is. Oh. It has got outfit with metal and leather. That means you can put it on a leather survivor, you can put it on a metal guy. It's excellent. You can spend 2 insanity to place it on the bottom of the deck. Come on! And when you're using the wisdom potion, that's just magnificent. I'm so happy that we flipped that. All right, so let's flip. How many survivors have we got here? Good work, Kyra. You have done a wonderful job. And you are now a rank 2 regalist. Rank 3 gets us some fun stuff. Stone stairs. Sword and shield style is fine. Bonus speed is fine. Sword proficiency is fine. Accuracy is fine. That's glorious. Affirmation is unbelievable. 66 insanity and immortal. It does beat Impermanence Wisdom Potion with 7 founding stones, mate. It absolutely kicks the shit out of it. I don't know what that does. Okay, let's have a look at our survive. So we have some level ups coming up. So no, we're not quite at that stage yet, mate. We need. So here's my methodology. I need to max up things that will cancel reactions, including Guitar Specialist. I haven't gone back to guitars yet, but I haven't got Shatterstar 3. I've never got it because I hate the thing. I've never leveled it up to max. I don't even know what it does. Okay, so Locust is a returning survivor and is going to roll a thing. I would like to draw 2 for her and choose one. So I'm going to spend 2 Lumi. The only thing I need really out of the stuff is as many legit weapons as I can. The best weapons I can, because as long as I've got survivors, and I've gone for collective toil so I can try and ramp up our survivor production, and just try and have as many babies as we can. And those babies have got Clan of Death benefits, and we're going to have some other benefits. But as long as I've got weapons that can wound, because she's going to draw 3 AI cards a turn, and she's going to kill, let's say, 2 survivors a turn. So as long as I've got 2 guys ready to rock up with weapons that'll go, we're fine. That's my methodology. So I want to try and have like 20 survivors with weapons and see if I can do it that way. All right, so first one is Regalism. Second one is Lanternism. I don't have a Lanternist, so we'll choose Lanternism. Do I bother? Yeah, no, we'll choose Lanternism because we can get the Graves, which would be nice. Or is it the other way around if you have Cannibalize? No. Oh. Also, some of the best artwork in the game. What? This guy's pretty cool, actually. Let's roll and see what we get. We get a 2. That means we gain a Light Whisperer. That is the awesome one. Gain a death token next time she departs. Do I ditch Joint Array and put in Light Whisperer? Or do I ditch High Roller and just trust that I'll get it during the fight? It would be good to get it early, have it early. So yeah, I think we'll ditch joint array. I'm probably going to put that on the thing. Light Whisperer, fun. I'll grab that out. Ooh, Ghost Circle. So Death Collector 1, a Light Whisperer, pretty fun. So the best artwork in possibly all of the things, by the way. Just sick. So good. All of the philosophies, it could be my favorite artwork. So Locust is now a Lanternist, very nice. Nephilia, and I had to spend 2 Lumi for that. So you just need, no, you can't hold 2 dice. You can only level it up to get, you can use the dice. I think that maybe there is a way to get 2, I'm not sure. All right, so this person is getting facism. That's okay. We would like a facist. She's already got Stoneheart. Fantastic. What is she going to roll? Get Stoneheart. Stoneheart. She rolls a 5. She gains Stoneheart. She gains a Lumi, and everyone else can get a Stoneheart at the forum as well. I might deal that. We deal 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to add Stonehearts to the forum. Cool. She actually gains a 2nd Lumi, yes. Cordelia. I'd like for Cordelia to probably get Marrowism. So let's see what she gets. Regalism is fine too. Find the castle. We're going to gain Sword and Board style. Call to Arms is fine too. That's a 9. Gain an accuracy and 3 insanity. Our scout has 3 accuracy. Fantastic. I think that's all of our survivors who can ponder. We've got 4 endeavours left. We don't need the trepanning. We will do a sanguine extrusion, which allows us to craft the red cloak. We will not do anything else, I don't think. We'll do a face paint, and we'll do a nightmare training on some other people. So face painting and 2 nightmare trainings. So the nightmare training will be on Locust to try and get to 3 spear. 1, 2, 3. So nightmare training, rolls a 5. She'll spend another survival. She'll spend a 4. She rolls a 9. She gets to spear. And then we've got 1 more person. So Nephilia will go for Axe 4. Doesn't really help us, but Nephilia rolls a 1, spends a survival or die. That's it. Our face painting roll is a Lantern 10. So, departing survivors get 2 survival and 1 insanity. Dragon King level 3. Fuck me. What am I doing? Man, I really think I should have taken Song of the Brave so I could piss off Gorm Climate. That would have been worthwhile. Okay, Dragon King level 3. What toughness is he? He's toughness 17. He's got 1 luck token. He's got Smolder, which is at the end of his turn he performs the thing that does damage. He just does a lot of normal damage, doesn't he? End of his turn he performs Irradiate. Just does a high amount of base damage. So do we go for a level 2? The pituitary gland. If your settlement has innovated sculpture when you defeat the Dragon King, gain a radiant core strange resource. I think that one kills a random returning survivor, doesn't it? The radiant core. I feel like that kills a guy. Radiant heart. When you gain this resource, roll 1d10. On a 3+, you burst into flames and die. Green charm, maybe? Okay. Pure bulb, red thread. Yep. Alright, well. It could be the Deathblow resource, yeah. We'll make a cloak. Black and red cloak. Yeah, if you have Sculpture Innovated, you get it from level 2. I think you need it for, let's have a look. Dragon Armory, maybe red core, pituitary gland. Yeah, so you need it for the red core, which gives everything sharp, which is the good stuff. So, sharp on my nuclear knuckles sounds pretty nice alongside acid palms. Pretty nice. Surpass 10, so fun. It's none of the thing with the Dragon King, right? He's in my campaign. I should fight him once or twice, but nothing that he has there is stuff that I need. Nothing. Deflect, actually. The green charms deflect. Blue core gives you deadly, and the green charm gives you deflect, which is pretty nice. The wrought ironworks has some weapons that we would like, specifically the wrought sledge. But without sharp, it's actually not that impressive. We also don't need devastating. The wrought tachi. Perfection doesn't work in this showdown, so maybe even none of those are enough. Actually, she's only toughness 25. The wrought twin spear comes close. Precision doesn't work either. Okay, so what I think we're going for is basically just Screaming God gear, which was probably where my head was at anyway. But yeah, we just want to go hunt the Screaming God, get a single Screaming set, get my pack leader leveled up, and then just throw down on as many of these weapons as we can. Vandal Broadaxes for sure, they're good. Claymore, if we could make a Claymore, it's actually probably not worth it, because the Devastating doesn't trigger. Yeah, it's Grand Weapon, could knock her down. The pike's nice. The trap doesn't really need cancelling. The sledge is obviously tremendous for wounding, but surpass is not what we need. The spather is actually possibly a goer. Barbed 4, perfect hit range because we've got a lot of dark eyes, so we're going to get some pretty reasonable strength out of that. And yeah, a trophy taker maybe. The unguous will get to surpass. Yeah. So what is the challenge again? The surpass doesn't matter, and if you over surpass, don't you get? She gets to draw an AI card. So we don't want to do that. Okay, I really wish I could make the Regal Plume this year. That would make me feel so happy. Yeah, Jim, we're definitely going to go for some of the cores. So that's the only reason I'm going to hunt the Dragon King, because I think the Nuclear Knuckle with Sharp is a really nice item. And then we have this Atomic Lance, which we could craft with, which would be quite good, but I want to hold off on crafting it until I have some babies with the survivor that has the nullifying antibodies. So if Mothra can get some nullifying antibodies, that would be great. I need to do some hunting with Mothra. Who's my best collectivist at the moment? Danuria is my best collectivist. So she is going to go out, and she is our scout. We do have love juice, yes. Well, no, we don't. We just used it, but we'll load up on some more to get a few babies with nullifying antibodies. But before I craft it, I want to have a few people that can wield it, and yeah, because we need to get them irradiated, which might mean taking Goth out too, which would be terrible. Is there any value in going for deadism at this point? I don't think there's any other things in there that I need. Did I have any other organs I could have used? I could have used a reticulated grabber, I suppose, and kept the love juice. Yeah, so I get one irradiated person. I've got one that can wield it and do good stuff with it, but it'd be nice to give that person a proficiency. So yeah, Kyra, let's go out with sword for sure. Regalism, we can level those up. Carascophobia is actually totally fine on a regalist, totally fine. This Gormandist will level up to, after another 2 hunts. She's Axe 4. Mothra, I'm going to keep in the settlement. Nephilia is great. Axe 3. Let's take our Lanternist out. Do we need the reticulated grabber for the spear? That's fine. We can hunt another guy, no problems. Don't need Cordelia. Ramulus Collectivus could be nice. I've got some red hot survivors. I'm loving this settlement so far. We just need to knuckle down and get some weapon proficiencies done. So Celestrina's 4. Sword's good. Xylo troops will get me shield as soon as he comes back. Lerva, she's probably not going. Zakant's probably not going. He leveled up on her. He's probably done. So we need a spear guy, I guess. We can mentor. Sword, axe, spear, dagger. Yeah. Do I take Celestrina? Yeah. Okay. That's some good survivors. So Urzi's going to go out, and this will be our last ever hunt. We'll definitely switch to that, and we'll put the first aid kit on the scout. Scout's a Marrowist, so that's fine. So she's got bandages, bone pickaxe, luck charm, nuclear knuckle, and she's got a cheeky little healing potion, which she won't need because when she retires, she's going to be cooked. So she's done. That becomes bandages. She loses the 2 survival on departure. Kyra, so she's going to go leather mask, monster grease. Now, the black sword is really strong. The question is, does it need to be in this leather set? I don't need sword and shield style. I actually gain more insanity from this set than I do from another. Or even the Gorm set, actually. The greatest Gax. The Gax doesn't, I don't mind that really. Okay, so that's done. Where does this go, Deno? Where does this go? This probably goes on Other gear, can't wear multiple other. What's the deal with other? It's only selfish, isn't it? Selfish is you can't wear other gear. Other is fine. Saviors can't wear other gear. That's the only keyword, other triggers. So if I was to go here with this, that's fine. Bandages on this grid would be better. Yep, thanks Militides. So we can clear off the thing. So maybe it is, do I ditch the healing potion over here? Put the red cloak there with the chick with bandages. Yeah, maybe that's the go. Don't need a healing potion there. I like keeping a dry decanthus on tap there. Healing potion instead of the knuckle shield sounds better there. Actually, that's completely irrelevant because that removes all severe injuries suffered in the showdown. The regal plume is going to cause me some problems here. Now, I've got an interaction that Fen, Militides, Legends might be able to answer for me. Let's say someone wanted to be a real dodgy guy and use vagabond armor. Can you wear the regal plume on the vagabond armor because it has outfit? Because vagabond armor is you can't wear head, I think. Can't wear head armor, or just you don't need to wear head armor. Vagabond armor. No, no, you're thinking of Screaming, Dancer, Warlord, and Brawler. Vagabond is from a white box with Aya. It's called Beyond the Wall. And the completed set bonus is either a tabard. Oh, you need the tabard, yeah. Leather, 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 leather. And then you can wear a headpiece. Yeah. Okay. So this is head armor. You cannot gain the Vagabond set bonus if you are wearing head armor or your settlement is barbaric. Okay, so I was right. You can't, this outfit doesn't get around that restriction because it is armor, head, can't do it. Okay, so Vagabond's fine. If you haven't seen Vagabond armor before, it gives you the benefits of sword specialization and sword mastery, which is on the black sword, if you are a sword master, you go to 30 strength. The thing is, it's just fully egregious and you don't need to do that anyway, because 30 strength is irrelevant at this point in the game. You're already going to be like 15 strength. Yeah, whatever. You can craft the tabard, it's easy. You just need a cloth and something. But no, we won't use Vagabond armor. I'll use this Regal Plume, but yeah. God, the Regal Plume's fucking awesome. I'm so happy we've got that and the Wisdom Potion. That makes me so happy. It does mess up with my cool gear grids though, so I need to tweak that. I don't think we're going to do another hunt tonight. I think we're just gonna fluff about with these for a bit. So I definitely, do I even want to go for black and red armor? Do we want to go for black and red armor? It creates a high risk situation where your survivors can get pumped up, and black and red armor is not needed. I wouldn't put it on the scout because it has the armor keyword, so the scout is going to trash. He's got Marrowism or Osteophage, so that would remove the Osteophage bonus. Are you allowed to wear head armor for the Soldier Lantern Cuirass armor set? I think so. Let's find out. I think I've got that in here. Soldier Lantern Armor. That's refined Lantern Armor. Is it the refined? Yeah, you can. Yep. So this has no restrictions on wearing head armor. This just is the other 4. So yeah, so you could, because the Soldier Lantern Cuirass doesn't have outfit or anything. So yeah, you could wear the Regal Plume with that set, and it would set your armor automatically to 5. So that would work fine. It's so good. It goes with everything. It goes with Phoenix armor. It goes with Dragon armor. It's awesome. No, the elastic sword's okay. The shield is fine. I don't think any of them are worth it. In a normal campaign, I'd say yes, because you get the extra evasion. I just don't think, like, I want to put all of my resources into weapons from now on. I don't really want to buy any armor. Like, if I get iron, I just want to I want to get weapons. I don't think I want to teleport. We can use the teleport to bring a survivor in from the camp. I don't think we need to do that because we get to do that anyway. So maybe we're not going to worry about using that. Black and red. Let me look at the black and red hunt event thing. What's it called? Red Incursion. So yeah, on a 1, each survivor is battered, suffering 2 event damage to 4 random hit locations, 2 bleeding tokens. Bad. 2 to 3, all remaining survivors suffer monster level event damage to 2 random hit locations, and 2 bleeding tokens and 1 understanding on the person who went in. 1d5 event damage to the arms. Ooh, this is a fun little interaction, or fun little thing. A random remaining survivor is burned by handfuls of gathering protean matter. I wonder if that means that the Parasite Queen is made of the same gear as the red cloaks, and how that interacts. That's fun. Yeah, and then you get into the elastomer mines, and you get stuff. That's true. That's true. The bows were pretty good, weren't they? The bows were pretty good, but you then need to hard roll a 10. We don't have Seer's Eye, so we can't get rid of it, of their fights. The Strafing Bow and the Brawling Bow. Let's have a look at those. That would be fun. I like Slay the Spire. I play quite a lot of it on my phone during my lunch breaks. So, yep. The Hyperelastic Bow, range 2. Terrible. Cumbersome. Terrible. Elastic Sword, you can... Yep, not good. The black and red set's nice. You get to ignore hits. Probably not worth it when you have the knockback of 4 from the black and red greaves. Sounds bad. Let me look at Brawl and Nico's bows. Rare gear, yep. Okay, Worn Strafing Bow. When you hit with this, you may draw hit locations from the top of the hit location discard pile. Okay, so her bow is a whip. That's nice. The Brawling Bow, strength 11. If this is the first time the monster has been wounded this round, inflict 1 additional wound. That's quite nice, the Worn Brawling Bow. How do you get that going to Brawl? So you need to have greens. Yeah. There's no guarantee you get that bow, though. Here's her bow. It's okay. Range 2 though, that's just not ideal. Okay, well, oh, you know what we do need to think about? Yeah, you know what we do need to think about is this Lemniscate Crozier investments situation. Because we didn't get to play with these last time, but we are going to get to play with these this time. Wrong button. So they're going to be pretty interesting, but what grid are we going to put them with? You need a red and a green gear grid. Ooh, that actually works quite interestingly with the Gorm set. Does it? Okay, it is a guitar. That is nice. Cancelling first reaction. Mind you, I think every person that goes in is probably going to aim for, we're going to put joint array on the sculpture and just try and put joint array on everyone. Is my plan. The bow is nice, but I don't think it's worth chasing a 1 in 10 for the bow that isn't even a guaranteed grab on the bow. I don't think that's worth it, personally. What's our best guitars in this campaign? Are we literally are we just nuclear knuckles? Is that our best guitar? The Talon knife is no better than it, is it? There's no other guitars in the Great Hall. Nuclear knife is not a guitar. The Talon knife is a guitar. 2 speed, 6+. If all your attack rolls hit, gain savage and deadly. That's not awful. It is bone, actually. I do like that strafing bow. I'm just not sure it's worth trying to chase it and have the risk of going for it. Yeah, this is an observation I'd make. If I was genuinely trying to beat this challenge with full everything in my capability, you play king, right? You take a king set, you knock her down like 3 or 4 times, you take the king gear. I think the king gear is just innately more powerful than the Great Hall stuff, so you probably would go that, but I want to play with my Screaming God, my new toys, so that's what we're doing. There's no Oxidized Beast guitar because we're not using People of the Lantern. Yeah, okay. Talon Knife could get to reasonable crit levels. But that's it. Isn't there the yeah, probably no scouts. Isn't there a no, it gets you devastating too. I was gonna say, isn't there a homicidalism knowledge that gives you, if you wear no armor and you go in, it gives you devastating or something? Or it's if you fill in all your boxes. I'm gonna find that knowledge. If you fill in all your boxes or something, because what you could use automatically kill the monster. Because we could jank something crazy there. When you have no armor points, your attacks with melee weapons gain devastating 1. Okay, yeah, that's not it. Isn't there a knowledge or a weapon? Yeah, right, the King's Sword. Okay, that's the King's Sword. Yeah, what does it do? Does it just outright kill them? Homicidalism is your weapons in your gear grid gain devastating 1 if you have no armor points. But there's definitely one that if all of your boxes are filled and you do a wound, you kill the monster, I think. That's the King Sword, I think. Anyway, we're going off on a wild tangent right now. I actually can. So if I retract my play of spending the leather that I had and instead use the red thread that I picked up, I think we can actually craft the Regal Plume this lantern year. So I think we can do that. And that was instead of using the red thread. Iron, leather, fissile pancreas. Oh, reticulated grabber, craft. What? Yeah, okay, that's fine. What do I need for the atomic lance? We can still craft. Yep, fissile pancreas, lance of Longinus. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, so survivor's going out. Let's make sure we've got this right. Kyra, so she's going to go Regal Plume. We're going to ditch the reverberating lantern there because we now can't get the rest of the stuff we need. So let's go back to a round leather shield. This lucky charm disappears because we can't get 2 blues anymore. So we've got that. We go for a Regal Plume. And we've got a spare space here now for a dried acanthus. So that's gear grid 1. And that works for sword and board style if we get the thing. So let's do her gear grid. Cool, that is the Regal Plume. I think that's the right call, not going for the black and red armor. It's weird though because I really like the black and red armor set in most normal campaigns. I think it's a fun little diversion and a fun little thing to chase, and it's a reasonably good mid-level set. 4 evasion's quite nice. That's a cool grid. That is a cool grid. So Regal Plume, once per round during your act, you may spend 2 insanity to look at the top card of the hit location deck. You may place it on the bottom. Because of our wisdom potion, we just get to do that anyway. We just get to look at the top card and we can place it on the bottom. So if we top deck a trap, you better believe it. That trap is going all the way to the bottom. My Gorm set is losing 1 armor point at all locations. However, we have the regen suit. At the end of the showdown, remove any permanent injuries you suffered this showdown. What would be nice to trigger though is somehow triggering the blue so we can get a free guard. I can do that by putting the knuckle shield here instead of this. And can I get a blue somehow from here? I can't get it from here, I don't think. Maybe we can. What about if we do... Gorm set underrated in my opinion. Underrated. When you get the little ability triggered, that works. That works. Okay, so Luck Charm is no good. Left facing blue. Fish is no good. Yeah, fish could be okay. Left facing blue bandages or left facing green? Ah, no, bandages it is. Perfect. We got a spot for me bandages. That's a nice little spot. So we get to do a guard at the end of each turn, block 1 for free. Fun. I like that change. So we just do some swiftly sliding around here. We are losing 2 evasion though. Reverberating lantern. But again, I don't think we need to worry too much about severe injuries if they do come through, generally, because we can ignore them all as long as we don't roll death. Death. And if I remember rightly, this chick has Stoneheart. No, oh, she's awesome. She's got the +1 accuracy, +1 range on perfect hits. That is awesome. Systemic pressure hurts that plan though, doesn't it? That's fine. I like her gear grid. She's probably, we just want to try and get Gastromancer. If we can get to Gastromancer with her, she is 4 Hunt XP away from potentially Gastromancer. So that's a cool gear grid. Locust is this chick. All right, so my problem with this gear grid, this is my problem. We have Surge now, remember. This is my trap canceller, but it's also my first person to activate because we want to get the -1 toughness trigger. It's a bit annoying. Bit annoying. I probably don't need to activate this Greatest Gax if I wanted to put the Luck Charm in there, because that has Savage, and that's possibly worth a Luck Charm. Possibly worth a Luck Charm. Savage. Interesting. Well, yeah, it's a good question, Zwex. In the Gorm fight, I think it was actually quite pivotal. Again, this comes down to maths, right? If your toughness target that you're looking for is 15 and you're yeah, good point. Good point. That was the whole reason I put the blue in there. Yeah, if your toughness is 15, right, and you've got 9 strength, including your weapon, 6+ is 50-50, 5+ is 60%, and so you basically go to almost 2/3 versus 1/2 wounds. It just there's this break point that makes it significantly worthwhile to go from a 50-50 down to a slightly better odds. So I think that the -1 toughness in early game situations can be quite pivotal. As we get later and later in the campaign, it becomes less and less relevant, as our survivors have quite a lot of power available at their disposal. Does this Atomic Lance work well with this Screaming set? You would assume that it does, but let's see if I can make that work. So you go that there. You go that there. You need a blue facing up, which is your Screaming leg warmers. Yeah, okay, so that's how that works. So this Screaming set works totally fine with this thing, but it does make activating a Luck Charm tricky. There it is. So there's me Luck Charm, there's me irradiated thing. No Stampede Glaive, none of that. So if we were to go for this gear grid, oh, we're so close to a Monster Grease as well. Is there a right facing green that we could put here that would give us a Monster Grease? Probably not. Shield would be good on this grid. Yeah, okay, Reach to Devastating 1, 3 toughness, and you avoid needing to use the dash. Actually, if you did it, it'd be -4 toughness, wouldn't it? That's pretty impressive, -4 toughness. Yeah, alright, that seems interesting. I think we'll stick with this Stampede Glaive for the moment. You know it's true and that's a fact. Bum bum. I'll do anything for love. And there'll never be no turning back. think I ditched the greens, didn't I? Boop, boop. 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 There's 4. Could do that as well. That's 4. Monster Grease doesn't really help us. Blue Charm. What did we go for? Dried Acanthus there. Yep. Okay, so that's a good gear grid. I'd love a shield. It'd be nice to make some shields. So be it. Can't get a Luck Charm there. Can't get a Luck Charm there. So the Lance of Longinus is not in use. We only needed to make that for the Atomic Lance, so that's fine. We needed that anyway. This is a healing potion there. A Monster Tooth necklace would be quite good there. Still no heat. If we get to next Lantern Year though, we will get Principal Conviction, and if we take Barbaric, then we would gain Hands of Heat on the timeline, and because we wouldn't have Lantern Oven innovated, we would get Lantern Oven for free and do a Lantern branding. So Barbaric is a legitimate possibility for us. +1 strength, again, not really relevant. Do I want Romanticism? I don't think so. My only downside with Romanticism is that it is consistently mudding up the deck with knowledges that are good, but not ones that I see as essential. And I think Potentia Est is a great sculpture target, but I don't think that's what I want to sculpture in this campaign. And so then it becomes like, well, it's just extra stuff at the cost of a Torment. We don't have Accept the Darkness, so the Torment hurts a lot. You know? I don't know. I think we might go Barbaric and get the free Lantern Oven that way. I am right about that, aren't I? Principal Conviction, Barbaric, Hands of Heat. Could also get Red Fist Secret Fighting Art, actually. That'd be cool. Principal Conviction, Barbaric. Add Hands of Heat next year on the timeline. Lose all resources, including the storage. If 10 or more resources were lost this way, departing survivors gain a permanent speed. Or Thundercaller. It does, if you roll a 1 to 5. I'm hoping that I'll spend most of my resources before then. The only ones that will really hurt is losing the 6 odd iron. We've had Gorm Climate every year, so I've tried to keep my resources quite light on. I've really just banking on iron right now, and is it a perfect organ? No, the Fissile Pancreas is a perfect organ. So Urzi's going to have a little bit of a leftover grid. So Locust, Strength 5 is glorious. On arrival, gain a death token. She's actually going to gain a free death token from her thing this year. She's got Spear Spec, that's nice. We've got Surge, which is glorious. Her loadout looks like that. She's got 2 survival on departure, 3 insanity on arrival. One little neat interaction with this is if we do have to put the Fallen Lantern out onto the ground from Lanternism, she's got +3 to that with, or +2 to activating the terrain, which means she can't fail to pick up the Lantern, but she might get Frenzy, which would not be great. So that's good. That's a good interaction for us. Yeah, I want her to level up. She's quite good. Scouty, we'll get a first aid kit in there. First aid kit, scavenger kit, Scout Lantern on an Osteophage Scout. Classic. Textbook. You love to see it. Danuria is our collectivist. She's going to be rank 2. Very soon we'll get to rank 3 and we'll get our glorious roll for 8 eyes. Kyra, Black Sword. Love that Regal Plume. That's fantastic. I'm so glad we got that. The Gorm set. We've now got block activated. So at the end of each round, at the end of your attack, if you are still standing and have a shield in your gear grid, spend 1 survival to move 3 spaces directly away from the monster and block 1 for free. So we're going to do that every turn. I'm going to even put a little token there to remind me. And you get to guard without spending survival. So you can just move away every turn and block 1. Nice. That'll reduce the likelihood of the severe injuries as well, which is cool. So the last person whose grid we need to work out is that all right? Yep, that's all right. Perfect. So yeah, the last person is this one. So we have to have the Husk of Destiny. We're clearing the bandages. We've got Healing Potion, Nuclear Knuckle. So do we just put an Organ Grinder there? Dridecanthus. Dridecanthus seems pretty worthwhile. She just needs to survive the showdown, whatever it is. So yeah, definitely a Dridecanthus. She's getting 2 luck. She's getting 2 survival. She'll definitely do a Fist and Tooth proficiency point because she's going to be at strength 15. And surpass with sharp. No, with acid palms. Oh, I could archive that healing potion to remove the death. Do I want to do that? No, I didn't get deaf because I used Dridecanthus, didn't I? Okay. I think that's it. I think that's our survivors. Now we just got to decide who the fuck we're going after. Dragon King level 2. I just don't think we need to risk the level 3. Yep. Dragon King level 2. Dancing. 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 Scout. I just don't think we've got the armor to deal with Smolder at the end of every round. I'm sure going to miss my my Royal Scalpel to pick those bad boys up. This is the worst resource deck in the game. It has so many ones that you need. Cabled Vein you need 1 of. Hardened Ribs you need 1 of. Oh, there's 2 Cabled Veins. But yeah, this can be really hard to get stuff out of this deck. Yeah, I think I'm happy with my gear grids. I think I'm happy with those. Cosmic Uppercut. Would love to get myself the special... What is the... There's one of these that gives you a... Oh my god. Do you know, the first time I played this guy, I thought these were like the Sunstalker ones that meant you failed your attack. I didn't realise you could actually wound these. Reflex Cancellation seems pretty great in this showdown, actually. One of these gets you a secret fighting art if you do a critical on it. Which is awesome. It's very good. This is a great showdown. I like this one. That one, though, you cannot avoid irradiating. So it's got Irradiate and Unseen Agony. He has 1 legendary, which is bad. He doesn't have Overheat. Glowing Fist. He's not going to do Smolder. That one's not coming in. These are all AI cards. Cool. So this gets us the nuclear bow. Oh my god, is that actually a nuclear bow? Huh. I was confusing that with the heartstop bow. That is a pattern bow with nuclear. Is that going to make the cut for our team in our gear? Why does that say nuclear bow? Shouldn't that say Tyrant Slayer? Here's Tyrant Slayer. Cumbersome range 4 has +2 for each power core in your gear grid. If its range is 8+, it also has devastating. Giving it sharp will get it to strength 6 plus 11 takes it to 17 plus strength. It's just not going to be high enough strength for the Parasite Queen. So we don't need to chase that. And we're not really going for bow spec either. So yeah, that probably doesn't make the cut. Yeah, I think we're chasing gear grid knuckles, nuclear knuckles. So all we need to fight is level 2s. We have sculpture innovated, so we're going to get some radiant hearts. The person who gains that's going to die though. What's the timing of gaining the weapon proficiency versus dying? I'm not sure. I'll look that up. All right, great session tonight, friends. I enjoyed that a lot. Two little nemesis fights. Back. I might be back tomorrow. It is normally games night on a Tuesday, but we might be pushing, or I might be giving that a miss, to play more Kingdom Death. I will decide tomorrow. So keep an eye out on the channel. Maybe we'll be back tomorrow, but if not, I will be definitely back on Thursday to continue the campaign. It's all going as planned. The operating order of operations for the next X Lanterneers is get to the Screaming God and then fight Screaming God for the rest of the campaign to make as many Vandal broadaxes as we can. Savage 3 Vandal broadaxes. Yeah, Regicide Legacy is only 4 players though. My gaming group has 5, and whenever we want to play a 4-player game, every fucker turns up. And whenever someone's excited about a 4-player game or a 5-player game, the opposite happens. So yeah, it's fucking annoying. So, but the guy played a couple of 2-player games of Regicide Legacy, 2 other guys. So yeah, they've said it's really good. I'm keen to play it. All right, great work, team. I feel very excited about what's happening on this. What a great game. Cool. All right. Well, I'll catch you again maybe tomorrow. If not, I'll see you Thursday. Have a fantastic week.